Today we're going to make these lovely sparkly Christmas earrings. So what you'll need is bell pliers, chain nose pliers, flush cutters, round nose pliers, flat nose pliers, and these are bent nose pliers. I'm going to use these to pick up beads, so this is optional. What else you will need is some glue, a file, ruler. You'll also need earring hooks for each earring. And you see these little beads here? I've got 11 beads on each earring, so that's 22. But there's 11 on each earring. These are micro beads. They're 2mm Christmas, sort of Christmassy coloured beads, colours of Christmas. You'll also need some wire. I'm using 22 gauge wire, jewellery making wire, for this round piece here. You'll need 2 jump rings that they open. You can use any Christmas charm of your choice. I've got this Christmas charm. I can see which one, you know, any Christmas charm of your choice. This one's quite nice and Christmassy. Also, you'll need a ruler. Now, we're going to start off by making this fancy round bit. So this is 5 centimetre, this wire. So you have to cut 5 centimetre of wire for each earring. So I've got this wire here, 22 gauge half hard wire. I've got my ruler. I'm going to cut it to 5 centimetres. So just keep my thumb there. And then I'm going to pick up my flush cutter. It's here. And then just cut the wire. You'll need that for each earring. So now that I have cut this wire to 5 centimetres for one earring, I'm going to pick up my bell pliers because I want to make the circle, make that round bit in the centre. So we can do that now. So I'm going to use this bigger one. You can use any one you want, you know, but a bigger one. So I use the biggest one. So I'm going to clamp it in and I'm going to turn it round, making a circle. As I say, you can make the circle what size you want, really. It could be bigger if you want. As long as you make both of them, both the earrings match. So I've made a circle. It's not quite round enough, but let me round it off a bit more. Make a circle. I think I'll cut this circle a little bit more. So I'm going to pick up my flush cutters and cut a bit off. Put my hand here for safety and just chop a little bit off. So I have made a circle now. So now that I've made a circle, in between here is a bit sharp. I want it to make it smooth so that they can connect properly. So I open it across like that. And then I'm going to pick up my file and give it a file it in there. Because I want to make this flush so that when they go together, fit very well inside than sharp. So I'm just going to file in there. Just keep filing until you feel like like if it's flush enough. So I'll try and make the circle as round as possible. So when if you're gonna make a pair of earrings, you should measure them, make them together so that they would look the same. So measure them together and yeah, make sure that they're both the same size when you do that bit. So the next thing I'm going to do is open it across and thread on your beads. As I say, you can thread how many you want really. I'm just putting about 11 on each. I got like red and when you're making your earrings, you can let the beads pattern, make sure you make the bead pattern match. If you want, it don't have to match, but if you want to try and match it with the other one. So I'm going to put the beads on. Sometimes I pick up my bent chain nose pliers so I can pick up the bead properly and put it on. And yeah, that's a bit easier. So red, green and clear, if I can see the clear one. Oh yeah, there it is. Put a clear one on. And then I'll get a red one again. Red, green and clear. So I'm just going to carry on putting those on. Now I have finished putting on all the beads. So I want to close this hoop because it's got a habit of, if it opens, all the little beads are going to fall off. Right, so let me pick up my glue. I'm going to add a little bit of glue on one side. Just on one side. And then I'm going to close it. I'm going to hold it together. I held it together for a couple of seconds. Oops. Held it together for a couple of seconds for it to dry. And then I shall move some beads across it to make it more secure. I'm going to move some beads across it. So try and so that's the next step. Then I'm going to pick up my chain nose pliers and just bring it to the side to open it. So it's open like that. And I've got I'm holding that bead as well with my nail because sometimes the bead could fall in there. So we're going to pick up the completed earring and put it on. And then I'll pick up I might as well use my bent nose pliers and close it back. I don't know if you can see. And then I'm going to kind of bring it down, closing it completely. It's not quite closed, so I'm going to come in with my round nose pliers, then go inside and then close it until it's completely closed. So yes, it's completely closed. You can have the earring like this, but if you're gonna put a charm on, I got all these lovely charms. Maybe this one. I think this one's nice. Well, let's see how this one. It's like the other one. Yeah, I think I like this one. Right, so going to pick up my jump ring. I think I'll use my bent nose pliers. And pick up my jump ring. Then I'll pick up my my flat nose pliers and open it across. So it's open like that. And then I'll thread on my charm. So the charm is threaded on. And I'll pick up the earring and go in between and thread it on. Threaded it on now. And then I'll pick up my flat nose pliers and just bring it in and close it. Gonna bring it in and close it. So there we have another gorgeous Christmas earring. I think it's absolutely lovely. You can try whatever charms you want. So if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing and please press the notification bell so YouTube lets you know that I have made another video. And please comment, like and share this. And I'll put down my social media links down and my Etsy shop if you want to have a look. Now I shall link down another tutorial that you can make.